Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to Unapologetically Muslim. I'm here with my friend David. He's gonna go ahead and introduce himself real quick and then we'll get right into it.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is David.
What do you do?
So I'm the Florida Legislative and Policy Director for MGage. We're a Muslim civic engagement organization. We're active in 5 states plus DC. And we're just trying to get Muslims involved in the political process and get elected officials involved with Muslims.
Awesome. So let me ask you just 3 simple questions. What does the term unapologetically Muslim mean to you?
Okay, unapologetically Muslim. So that means that you don't have to qualify your religion, right? So if you're going to do something because of your religion, whether it's not eat a certain meat or take a break to pray, or not go to a certain venue because they're selling alcohol or something like that, you don't feel the need to have to qualify it or lie about it or justify it to your coworkers or friends or whoever it may be. You're not ashamed of being Muslim and doing those things because you're unapologetic about it.
Yeah, that's a very good point. You shouldn't always feel like you have to prove something, basically, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So do you ever have a hard time showing that you're Muslim in public, such as praying in the middle of a busy street, for example, or praying in the public or anything like that? Do you ever find a hard time doing those things?
So this is kind of funny for me. I don't know if I'm crazy. Maybe it's just in my head. But I feel like because I'm white, people, if I'm praying by myself, might not know what I'm doing. I feel like if they see like a guy who looks more like typically Muslim, like has a big beard or something like that, they're like, oh yeah, he's praying. I've seen that like on TV or something like that. But like I might just look like a crazy white guy like getting on the ground or something. So sometimes like honestly that's a thought that I have, and like usually like if I'm praying by myself, I'll like find a corner. But alhamdulillah, like if I'm praying with like one other person with me, then I usually feel like a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, same. Like usually for me, I have a hard time praying by myself in public, but if I'm with someone, like it does not matter for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess it's weird how that works. And one last question. So nowadays a lot of the kids, especially because of the political climate, like they feel kind of shy showing their religion. Like in middle school, high school and stuff, they don't really show people. Some of them might change their names to like Mo, or like they might change to something where people can't identify them as Muslims. So do you have any advice on how they can start practicing more and bring it be proud to be Muslim?
Yeah, sure. So I think there's really like 2 things, and they're kind of tied together. The first, it's like the most obvious, even though it's not the first thing you think of, but our Islam is like the most important thing that we have in our life. Like nothing is more important to us than Islam, and because at the end of the day, like everything that happens in the dunya, it means nothing unless it's bringing us something in the next life. And so maybe like you're ashamed like when you're growing up, or like when you're at school or something like that, or like maybe you're having a hard time because like you don't have a lot of friends who are Muslim or something like that. But just know that everything that you're doing is worth it. And so like that was number 1. It's going to be worth it in the afterlife, but 2, it's also going to be worth it in this life, because once you get used to being Muslim, like being unapologetically Muslim, once you feel like comfortable with it and not being ashamed to pray, not being ashamed of your name, not being ashamed of what you're eating or not drinking, then all of a sudden you feel like a lot more confident in yourself. Like it feels good to be Muslim. Like Allah gave us like these rules and things to do for a reason, and maybe we don't necessarily understand the wisdom of it all the time, but like at the end of the day, if we're like practicing and our intentions are right, like we're gonna reap the benefits of it. Maybe not this life, but inshallah the next.
Awesome. Some great content, David. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.